Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a story that's shaking the foundations of modern air warfare, how Israel, once considered the absolute leader in stealth technology and aerial dominance, may have just lost its edge. Recent reports suggest that Iran's advanced radar loop system has exposed critical secrets of the F-35 stealth fighter, the crown jewel of Israel's air power. This isn't just another military update, it's a potential turning point in how modern stealth is perceived and challenged. For decades, Israel's F-35 Adir fleet has been a symbol of power, precision, and invisibility. These jets were believed to be untouchable, capable of slipping into enemy territory, striking their targets, and disappearing without a trace. But now new intelligence claims Iran has managed to track these aircraft using a sophisticated network of radar and electronic systems that can detect even stealth configured jets. If this claim holds true, it means one of the most advanced air forces in the world may no longer operate unseen. The F-35 was designed with cutting-edge materials and shape engineering to scatter radar signals and minimize detection. Its stealth profile relies on a combination of radar-absorbent coatings, internal weapon bays, and reduced infrared signatures. For years, Israel has used these jets in covert missions, including reported strikes across Syria and other regions. Their effectiveness depended entirely on remaining invisible, but Iran's latest radar innovation appears to have changed that game. According to emerging sources, Iran has been developing a radar loop system capable of synchronizing multiple radar stations across vast distances. Instead of using one radar to track an aircraft, several stations work together, sharing data in real time. This creates a dynamic, overlapping field of detection, one that can potentially identify even the faintest electromagnetic disturbances caused by stealth aircraft. What's shocking is that this technology reportedly integrates both radar and passive sensor systems, detecting not just radar reflections, but also electronic emissions, flight patterns, and even changes in atmospheric energy caused by high-speed objects. Israel's security establishment is reportedly alarmed. For years, the F-35 was their invisible sword, the assurance that any threat in the region could be neutralized swiftly and silently. But if Iran has indeed found a way to track them, the balance of power in the Middle East could shift. Experts believe Iran's advancements may not be purely domestic. There are suggestions that both Russia and China have provided technical assistance, sharing experience from their own counter-stealth programs. This collaboration could represent a major step toward neutralizing Western stealth technology. What makes this development even more intriguing is how Iran's radar network reportedly operates on multiple frequencies simultaneously. Traditional radar systems are easy to counter with stealth coatings designed to absorb or deflect specific radar bands. But when radar operates in low frequency ranges, stealth technology becomes far less effective. These low-frequency radars can't provide pinpoint accuracy for targeting, but they can detect the presence and general direction of stealth aircraft. When linked through a digital loop, this detection becomes more precise enough to warn air defense systems of approaching targets. Some defense analysts believe that Iran's radar loop uses AI-assisted prediction models to interpret small signal changes and estimate flight paths. By comparing incoming data with past flight behaviors and atmospheric conditions, the system can effectively map out invisible aircraft movement. If true, this marks a huge leap forward in electronic warfare and a serious problem for countries relying on stealth dominance. Israel's F-35 fleet isn't just any version of the jet. It's customized, featuring unique Israeli electronics, sensors, and software designed to operate independently from the U.S. versions. The aircraft has been a central piece of Israel's deterrence strategy, enabling it to strike targets deep inside enemy territory with minimal risk. Losing that stealth advantage could expose pilots and missions to heightened danger. Iran's claim may also embolden its allies, signaling that the age of invincible stealth may be ending. The implications of this are global. If a regional power like Iran has successfully developed a system capable of detecting F-35s, then no air force is completely invisible anymore. The U.S., NATO, and allied countries have invested billions into stealth fleets, assuming radar invisibility, guaranteed superiority. Now, the entire doctrine of stealth warfare could be under question. Military strategists are already reviewing what this means for future combat, especially in environments where electronic warfare and radar integration are evolving faster than aircraft design. There's also a psychological component. Israel's enemies have always feared the sudden, unseen strike. The fear of the unknown is a powerful deterrent. But if that fear fades, if adversaries believe they can see and prepare for stealth aircraft, Israel's strategic dominance weakens. Deterrence relies on mystery and technological superiority. A single radar loop could potentially unravel years of psychological advantage. While Israel has not officially confirmed any loss of stealth capability, multiple defense experts and leaked reports from regional sources suggest they're investigating unusual radar traces observed during recent missions. Some reports claim Iranian radar stations picked up faint signals during suspected Israeli overflights near Syria and Iraq. If these detections are accurate, it means Iran can now monitor the skies in a way it never could before. The heart of this story isn't just about radar versus stealth. It's about how rapidly military technology evolves and how no advantage lasts forever. Every time one nation develops a weapon meant to dominate the skies, another nation races to counter it. The cycle of innovation and adaptation never stops. What's remarkable here is that Iran, long seen as technologically behind the West, may have made a leap that challenges one of the most advanced aircraft in history. The F-35's power lies not only in stealth, but also in information dominance. It connects to real-time battlefield data, shares targeting information, and integrates with other military systems. But that digital connectivity can also be a vulnerability. Some experts speculate that Iran's radar loop may exploit electromagnetic emissions from the jet's communication systems, using signal triangulation to detect its presence. Even the smallest electronic noise can become a giveaway when multiple sensors are cross-referencing data simultaneously. If Iran's claims are true, this isn't just a radar upgrade. It's a revolution in detection warfare. The system could potentially disrupt stealth operations anywhere within its range. It also raises new questions about cybersecurity and electromagnetic exposure. Modern aircraft are flying computers, and any system that can read their emissions can learn how they behave. That's why some believe this radar loop is more than just a tracking network. It's an intelligence-gathering tool capable of learning from every flight and becoming smarter with each detection. The news has also sparked debates in Washington and among NATO allies. The F-35 program, one of the most expensive in history, depends on maintaining technological superiority. If a country like Iran has already cracked part of its stealth code, other nations might follow. Russia's S-500 and China's radar arrays are already rumored to detect certain stealth aircraft under specific conditions. Iran's breakthrough could validate those claims and accelerate a new global arms race centered around anti-stealth technologies. Israel now faces a dilemma. Should it continue relying heavily on its stealth advantage, or begin shifting strategy toward electronic warfare, drone swarms, and long-range missiles that don't depend on invisibility? Israeli defense planners have long understood that stealth is only part of the equation, but it's undeniable that the F-35 has been their most trusted asset for deep precision strikes. Losing confidence in its invisibility means rethinking mission planning, operational secrecy, and risk management. Iran, on the other hand, sees this as a major victory, not just technically but symbolically. For years, its military was underestimated, its systems mocked for being outdated. But in recent years, Iran has quietly built a robust domestic defense industry, developing drones, missiles, and electronic systems that rival regional powers. The radar loop is being celebrated in Iranian media as proof that Western military supremacy can be challenged with homegrown innovation. What makes the situation even more concerning for Israel is the possibility that this radar technology could be shared with Iran's allies, groups, or nations aligned with its regional agenda. If Syria, Lebanon, or even non-state actors gain access to radar loop data, Israel's air superiority could face multiple detection points, increasing risks across all fronts. The idea of a shared radar network covering multiple countries is a nightmare scenario for any air force relying on stealth. This development also exposes the vulnerability of global stealth doctrines. The United States has always claimed that its F-22s and F-35s are invisible to enemy radar. But invisibility has always been relative. It's not about being unseen, but about being unseen long enough to strike first. If Iran can now reduce that window of invisibility, even by a few minutes, that's enough to change the outcome of an air operation. It's important to note that even if Iran's radar loop doesn't fully see stealth aircraft, just being able to detect approximate movement or patterns can give early warning to air defenses. A missile battery that knows something is approaching can prepare faster, recalibrate systems, and increase its chances of interception. That's a major strategic advantage. This story isn't just about Israel versus Iran. It's about the future of warfare. The world is entering an era where stealth may no longer mean invisible. Electronic warfare, AI-driven radar, quantum sensors, and integrated data networks are redefining what it means to dominate the sky. In this environment, nations will need to innovate beyond stealth, developing new forms of deception, misdirection, and signal manipulation. Israel will undoubtedly respond. Their defense industry is one of the most advanced in the world, capable of developing countermeasures. They may redesign stealth coatings, improve emission control, or develop electronic cloaking fields to confuse radar loops. The battle between stealth and detection will only intensify, but for now, the shockwave caused by Iran's claim is undeniable. It challenges long-held assumptions about military hierarchy in the Middle East. What's truly fascinating is how quickly technological power can shift. 10 years ago, no one would have believed that Iran could detect an F-35. Yet today, we're discussing the possibility that it can not only detect, but track its flight path. This rapid evolution shows that innovation no longer belongs to just a few nations. In the digital age, information spreads fast, and technological barriers fall quicker than ever before. For Israel, this is a wake-up call. For Iran, it's validation. And for the rest of the world, it's a glimpse into the next phase of military competition, where data, AI, and electronic integration might matter more than the shape of a plane or the coating on its skin. The radar loop might just be the beginning of a new kind of warfare, one where the invisible becomes visible, and the hunter becomes the hunted. The loss of stealth edge doesn't mean defeat, it means adaptation. Israel's military history is full of moments where it turned setbacks into leaps forward. The coming years will likely see a surge in counter-detection technologies, new stealth materials, and possibly the birth of a new generation of aircraft designed for the electronic battlefield of tomorrow. But for now, one truth stands clear. The age of guaranteed invisibility in the skies may be over, and the radar war has just begun.